My friend find out her boyfriend of 4 years has a wife and kids. This happened right before Thanksgiving. My friend, 21F, and her boyfriend, 31M, have been together for 4 years. We'll call him Mark. They started dating when she was a junior in high school. In the 4 years they dated, she never introduced him to her family, nor was she introduced to his. Now she knows why. He told her that he has an ex-wife and kids from his previous relationship, which is why he never had any money, and she was the one to always pay for their dates, vacations, food and other things. He always seemed to be a bit too controlling. One time she was supposed to go on a ski trip with her friends and he lied about his friend dying to keep her from going to be there for him after the funeral. When she asked him questions about the friend, about who he was, how close they were, how he died, he wasn't able to answer any of those, which made her suspicious, but she ended up staying with him and not going on the trip. Now that you some background on how their relationship was like, we'll fast forward to a week before Thanksgiving. He was staying at her apartment that she shared with her roommates from college. They were going to sleep and all of a sudden there's this really loud banging on the front door. She thought it was her roommates fucking around, but it kept on going. She got up to open the door and there she saw an older man and a middle-aged woman. The older man asked if Mark is here. She was very confused and asked why. He introduced himself as his father and the woman as Mark's wife. My friend was stunned. The father started attacking her and she started yelling about how she had no idea he was married. She asked the wife to come in and sit down with her and talk one-on-one to understand what the hell is going on. My friend proceeded to tell her about how they've been together for 4 years. The wife went on to explain they have a great marriage with a decent sex life and 2 kids. She couldn't believe what she was hearing and started apologizing about how she truly had no clue. He had a wife and that the only thing he mentioned was that he was divorced with kids from a previous relationship. They ended up breaking, of course, and the wife will be divorcing Mark. Has anyone here been in a similar situation? Any suggestions on how to deal with it in a healthy way? And yes, she was okay with me posting this, and I wrote this with her consent. My friend, 21F, and her boyfriend, 31M, have been together for 4 years. We'll call him Mark. They started dating when she was a junior in high school. Well, that's all that anyone needs to know. He's a predator. She needs to break things off. So he was 27 and she was 17. What the actual fuck, that man is a predator. I'm sorry about what happened to your friend, but if nothing else this is a good learning experience for her. As far as getting over him, well, just keep her busy, that way she won't be alone thinking about it. I think ideally she should take up hobbies, etc. Oh, and your friend might want to get checked for STDs. No idea how many PPLY was cheating on her with. I'm glad she got the ability to speak with the wife. I can't imagine that guilt of being blamed for breaking a marriage. How to deal with this in a healthy way? Blame him. Blame him for every single moment of that relationship. And then forget it. He's not worth her time or concern. Block him on everything and just take time to find herself is what I'd suggest. It's crazy to me that his father showed up with the wife. I wonder how that car ride over was. How did they know where he had been? 21-4 equals 17, 31 to 4 equals 27. Thinking face location flag location flag location flag location flag location flag location flag. I hope that your friend can heal from this, and I wonder if she and the wife ever exchanged anymore messages. End of the wife realized that her husband groomed and preyed on a child. She was what? 17 years old, maybe just turning 18 years old, and he was using her and having her pay for everything? If I were her, I would sue his ass to collect some of the money that he fraudulently took from me. I realize that's kind of empty, but he's a real scum, and the only reason not to burn his career so he can support his children. But I might consider consulting a lawyer, and I think I would reach back out to the wife. I hope that they ended things at least on decent note with each other, considering they were both victims of this depraved sociopathic man. 4 years, so he groomed a child. I am sorry, she was 16 when they started dating? Can you not report this predator to the cops? That poor girl. The only healthy way to deal is to stay far, far, far away from that man. At some point your friend will realize she was groomed and may need a therapist to work through this. Maybe start doing some research on that. Good luck. Edit. Oh, sorry, she was 17 and he was what, 26? Still icky. Healthy way? Cut all contact with him. And never see him again. Get your friend some therapy. Make sure she doesn't take him back. He just used her and lied to her for 4 years. You mean a man in his late 20s dating a child in school wasn't a good guy? Shocker. Your friend needs therapy. And has needed it for 4 long years. We have a great marriage, she says while her husband has been sneaking off to spend the night. Balls deep in a child. When the relationship started, OP's friend was 17. A child. This reads like a creative writing exercise. Therapy. Lots of fun friends stuff that you can do to keep her busy, and lots of lovely plans for the future. She went 4 years without going to his house or meeting his kids. Your friend needs serious therapy. She was groomed. Because at 16 she thought it was normal to pay for all the dates. Miss out on normal activities and not introduce him to her family? After 4 years? Your friend knew this was not okay but continued to ignore all warning signs. She needs to sort that out. Time to fucking cut all contact, and run for the hills. It's that simply. When a 27-year-old guy shows attention towards a 16-year-old kid, it is normal for the kid to be flattered by it. To feel that she was better than all others her age and even older to entice such an older man. Truth is, if a 27-year-old man is trying to get on with a 16-year-old kid, he is grooming her. He needs a servient partner. Someone who is too young to understand anything and can be molded any way he wants. She never introduced him to her family because she knew she was doing something wrong. The best way to deal with it is to thank the wife. If she had not intervened, your friend would have ended up worse. And therapy. The best thing for your friend would probably be to process this through therapy, and encouraging her to go to it would be great. This isn't just, oh, my boyfriend of 4 years had a wife. Which would be bad enough and shattering. But she was 17 and he was 27 when they started dating. That's predatory level age gap. Even if it was legal. There's a few different issues going on there. Was the wife really middle-aged? So at least 9 years older than the man? Or are you a kid writing fiction and think over 30 is middle-aged? Wait. Am I supposed to believe any of this story is true? 17-year-old having the funds to pay for dates, vacations, food, etc. for a 27-year-old man-child? His father and his wife show up at her door. The father attacks her, but the wife is calmly discussing their great marriage and sex life with her. 10-year age difference. Check. Predatory male with teenage girl. Check. Taking advantage of girl financially. Check. Big reveal in front of others. Check. Wife and girlfriend become best buds. Check. My advice is stop writing fiction based on every bad rom-com you've watched and Reddit post you've read.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.